is a sad missing part. So along with training our data scientists in capturing data, we need to also train them in the narrative of building stories around the data. I'm not saying artificial stories, but actual stories. A lot of them are very powerful stories. And for people like me who's been in the grassroots, where stories matter, because that is where you see change. And for a system which is so used to seeing numbers, sometimes it becomes sterile and plastic. You have to actually relate it to a life. And the more we relate to life, I think that's what matters. And finally, the global positioning. Andhra is already getting to be noticed globally in every sense of the word. And so if you can build systems, as you're building different systems, if you can build systems that extend beyond human capability, we should ask ourselves, are we building systems to expand human capability as an extension of development itself, or are we building systems to replace human capability? Because increasingly the trend seems to be, in the world of AI, replacing human capability. I think it should be used to strengthen human capability, and this kind of opportunities are in data. So I think it's not the sophistication of a dashboard, because we all love dashboards, and when you look at a dashboard, it gets more and more sophisticated. But I think it is whether are we acting differently because we now have a dashboard in place. Because finally, it is not, and after being 5 years in the Capacity Building Commission, sadly I must say this, it is not the state's ability to capture alone that is real capacity. I think the capacity of the field functionaries and the executives in actually using this data meaningfully, and that is going to be the challenge, and we found that is the lack of capacity. Data capture capacity we have built now, but data processing, inferencing, and actually applying it practically in interventions at the level that matters. The day a A&M actually gets back localized control of data that she is generating, I think that is the day when data will make meaning to her or him in the field, in the grassroots level. Aggregation of data to the top, without disaggregation of inferences to the bottom, I think the loop is not going to get completed. So real data ownership and meaning.
Departments, because we have been talking for the last 100 years, probably this convergence of departments, for nutrition or any indicator you take. For example, nutrition, you need agriculture, other departments, similarly any indicator. So that, how do you do instead of having these silos? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. While there is no order that has been given to me for how to have you come and speak, but just building on the theme that Dr. Mahendra Dev set out with regard to social, may
I request all dignitaries and participants to kindly rise. We are honored by the arrival of Honorable Chief Minister, Visionary Leader, Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu vichesaru. Manandharam kuda mana karatala dhvanla madhya variki swagatam teliyachestam. Thank you, sir. మీ రాకతో మరింత వన్నె తీసుకొచ్చారు. థ్యాంక్స్ ఎ లాట్, సార్. Sir, with your permission, we are continuing the panel discussion. Thank you, sir.
So with your permission, can I continue, sir? Sure. Thank you, sir. Just kind of, thank you, Dr. Dev. And since you concluded your points, very well made out points around sustainability, society, disparity, etc. Maybe in the fitness of things, Dr. Balu, would you like to build upon that point that he said? Thank you. Either way is fine, sir.
Thank you so much for shifting the focus back to society and social good. Honorable Chief Minister and all the fellow co-panelists, I have the unfortunate pleasure of sitting amongst all economists on the stage. I don't say unfortunate because of not being an economist, but I believe that data and numbers have got this inbuilt trap in it of giving us projections that actually may not be completely ground-truthed. And so when you say society and societal good, I'm reminded of my life 30, 40 years ago living with the tribals in the forest of Mysore. And I was walking through some of the tribal colonies, and one particular family told me that they got 15 kilograms of food grains from the ration shop. I was quite surprised because those days even, around 22 or 24 kilograms were to be allotted to the tribal families, and they only got 15, and they were happy with 15. What I realized was when I look at the numbers, every tribal family in Karnataka had already been given adequate rations to the extent that it is defined. Food Corporation of India's go down showed that exactly the same amount of food grains are getting lifted. Everywhere the same thing was happening. But for the tribal on the ground, that data meant nothing, because for them, what I realized, that is the first time I really understood that information alone is not enough. If information does not predict deprivation the way we have to understand it, it doesn't really complete the social responsibility of data. So to me, I think data is more than just numbers. It's possible an opportunity or the foundation to set dignity in place. And the state like Andhra, which is already looking at P4, I think the logical extension of P4 is how do you build accountability frameworks around data that establishes this principle of data going beyond an administrative resource, but looking at the foundation of dignity in governance itself. So I would add to what Dr. Dev said. And the numbers, again, all of us as economists, everybody here understands the tyranny of averages. Again, when I looked at the district numbers where I was working, the whole district was 98% immunization covered. But the entire 2% that was left out of the measurement was the tribal India I lived in. Geographical distance meant lack of immunization. Lack of immunization also meant lack of numbers in the game. And complications like this tribal colonies not getting listed as part of the revenue village. And therefore, when you looked at data, even if they show 100% immunization, still populations which definitively require that kind of care gets excluded. So the story behind these narratives has to be carefully actually deconstructed to understand, does it include these numbers? And I was very impressed when I read the whole P4 document, and Swarna Andhra without P4 I think will not be Swarna. And so it's a wonderful idea that the Honorable Chief Minister has conceived, because citizen centricity has to be part of the data capture mechanism. Otherwise, data for whom and owned by whom? Because today, right now, data is seen to be owned by the state. Even in the earlier discussions, we saw how we should use the law to ask for the data. But shouldn't data be actually the owners of data should actually be the citizens on whom the data is getting built itself. And therefore, when the call of Jan Bhagidari was given, I was trying to articulate how we look at citizens not as beneficiaries that is getting framed from the data that we have, but actually citizens as part of the development narrative itself, where they're partners in development. And that partnership begins from data collection. Because when you look at an Anganwadi worker, I'm talking of many years ago, or an A&M, at least I know for sure in Karnataka, she used to capture 179 independent data indicators. She's so busy writing her registers that the reason she writes her registers is a child in front of her, and that we are forcing data capture as a state to the last mile functionary to look so much at the data and not as the person for whom the data matters. And somewhere I think we need to really balance this out, because technology is available today. And what I really liked, especially when I was seeing the dashboard which is used by the Honorable CM to review, where I found for the first time the mixture of political executive with the implementing executive actually held responsible for outcomes. I think that is where the accountability of data comes in. And if we can include the citizens also, because citizens cannot be seen just as recipients of welfare. Citizens are partners in progress, and if they don't understand it from the data level, I feel we'll not be able to build a social architecture around it. So to me, the ownership of data matters, and the way I would look at it is, statistics is not just numbers. The story behind the statistics. Many times when we look at all our reports, I find that the advantage of the purpose of storytelling in narrating these numbers is a sad missing part. So along with training our data scientists in capturing data, we need to also train them in the narrative of building stories around the data. I'm not saying artificial stories, but actual stories. A lot of them are very powerful stories. And for people like me who's been in the grassroots, where stories matter, because that is where you see change. And for a system which is so used to seeing numbers, sometimes it becomes sterile and plastic. You have to actually relate it to a life. And the more we relate to life, I think that's what matters. And finally, the global positioning. Andhra is already getting to be noticed globally in every sense of the word. And so if you can build systems, as you're building different systems, if you can build systems that extend beyond human capability, we should ask ourselves, are we building systems to expand human capability as an extension of development itself, or are we building systems to replace human capability? Because increasingly the trend seems to be, in the world of AI, replacing human capability. I think it should be used to strengthen human capability, and this kind of opportunities are in data. So I think it's not the sophistication of a dashboard, because we all love dashboards, and when you look at a dashboard, it gets more and more sophisticated. But I think it is whether are we acting differently because we now have a dashboard in place. Because finally, it is not, and after being 5 years in the Capacity Building Commission, sadly I must say this, it is not the state's ability to capture alone that is real capacity. I think the capacity of the field functionaries and the executives in actually using this data meaningfully, and that is going to be the challenge, and we found that is the lack of capacity. Data capture capacity we have built now, but data processing, inferencing, and actually applying it practically in interventions at the level that matters. The day a A&M actually gets back localized control of data that she is generating, I think that is the day when data will make meaning to her or him in the field, in the grassroots level. Till then, aggregation of data to the top, without disaggregation of inferences to the bottom, I think the loop is not going to get completed. So real data ownership and meaningful implication of that data ownership will come to the citizen only when the person who's actually capturing from the citizen is also the implementer of the data inference that he or she is capturing. Thank you so much, and I'll stop here.
Thank you, sir. Great points made with regard to data and the intersection of society and data. But sticking to the theme of data, I'll come back with some questions, sir, but just switching gears a little bit. May I request Dr. Saurabh Garg to elucidate his thoughts around data, and most importantly, sir, the variety of data that we are producing, how that can be harnessed, and could AP being the lab for us to project things from here to the national level? Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister. As we talk of a Viksit Bharat at 2047 and a Swarna Andhra at 2047, I think the realization that it has to be data-based is increasingly there. So up till now, our focus was much more at national level indicators and state level indicators. Going forward, the focus will be district and perhaps even below district, which we haven't really talked about at mandal level or tehsil level indicators and using data. That is one aspect of it. The second is now we have a much greater amount of data. We have administrative data, extensive administrative data, including, for example, GST. We were discussing how GST data can be used so much more to get district level estimates. Apart from that, we have a lot of alternate data. We have geospatial data, we have mobile data, or big data which is available. So how we can harness that for district level estimates, which in turn will ensure that when we are making policies which are focused for a Swarna Andhra or a Viksit Bharat, they are so much more cost economic and also more effective. For this purpose, that is why from the Ministry of Statistics, we are working with the state governments, and I think Andhra Pradesh has been one of the first one to have this kind of a conference through the planning department, talking about how data can be leveraged. One of the 2 or 3 things which we will need to do to ensure this, one is to harmonize the data so that the definitions, the concepts, the classifications of that data of different departments are uniform. I won't say same, so that they can talk to each other, the data can talk to each other, it is interoperable. And for that purpose, there are guidelines that we have put out which will help the states, and we are working with the states on that. So that is one on harmonization of data. The second is how to ensure that the accessibility of data is so much more. Honorable Prime Minister in the Chief Secretary's conference had mentioned कि हम लोग अपना डेटा ले लेते हैं और फिर कबर्ड में बंद कर देते हैं कि कोई देख ना पाए वो डेटा. Until we use that data, we will not be able to move forward on our Viksit Bharat or on Swarna Andhra. So how to ensure that accessibility of that data is there? Obviously, we have to take into account privacy, confidentiality, and laws are for that. So that's the second point I would want to emphasize when we are talking about using data for the next 20 odd years. And the third is how we can generate more district level estimates. For example, we have different surveys that we do for informal sector employment, informal sector manufacturing or services, the PLFS and the annual survey of unincorporated sector. So if we also do this at the district level, the state governments participate and Andhra Pradesh is participating with us, we will be able to get a bottom-up generation of district level estimates. And we just saw the more than 500 odd KPIs which have been identified. It will help to streamline these KPIs much more going forward. And the third thing which I would want to add is how we can develop more use cases. Gati Shakti is one use case where 1700 data sets come together for project planning. We have Vahan database which with insurance is being used. So each department would have some use cases where they need data of another department. So maybe from the use case background, when we work backwards, we will be able to develop the mechanisms to pull those data together. And we look forward to working with the state in this. Just one other point I would like to mention, that going forward, the GDP calculations are going to follow the new system of national accounts which the United Nations has just released in 2025. And there are three things which are new in that, and which over the next few years we will incorporate in the GDP or bring it out alongside the GDP. One is that recognize the data as an asset, so that what is the value of that data we understand, and who can harness that value best, the private sector, the government, and how we can do it in a manner which is digital privacy compliant. The second is what are the changes in the natural resources that are happening, the depletion of natural resources. We were talking of sustainability. So that concept is entering into the GDP calculation itself. And the third, which again what I think the chairman PMEAC referred to was on the disparities, is on well-being, how well we are able to capture well-being of the citizens. So these are three concepts which will enter GDP, and I'm sure this will also help to ensure that our Viksit Bharat and Swarna Andhra are so much more dispersed and widespread. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabhji. May I now request Dr. Raju to share his views with us. As he had shared in his presentation earlier, that they kind of had this full life cycle of data, analysis, policy, action, and the feedback implemented at the UP. And the other thing that struck me was the disparity that he showed between, at the district level, between the highest growing district and the smallest growing district. I'm sure there are some learnings now that Honorable Chief Minister is also here, sir. Would you like to share your thoughts on that? Thank you so much.
Honorable Chief Minister, senior officers and other participants, and the distinguished panel members. I know I have 3 minutes, but I take 10 seconds each, 3 small stories. Story one. Most of you are wearing a shoes or a chappals, which is not fitting in because you borrowed ready-made. This is a global story. It never suits you. Human beings are different. We have a huge genetic variation, but we are all forced to fit in. Okay, I'll able to do this. Story here, because we don't have genetic data for a repairing of, designing of shoes repairs. We need to realize we can't do anything about it. Number two, international institute called ECRISAT tried arahar dal, tuvar dal. They tried for 4 years. They went for a field experiment, very successfully in yield improvement, and they went to try it in the local villages in Telangana. They didn't like. Now what do? 6 years of efforts. You know why? It didn't taste well. And the taste has no parameter in your research. Data never focused on this. Number three, you open your mobile, Android mobile app, what does it come? You get all over the world apps, but I don't get my village map, I don't get my district map, I don't get my mandal map. It should be up here. The minute I open this, I don't want 30, 40 apps. I want my village map. I want my mandal map. So then you should be icons, drinking water, all the services. Immediately I can go. If I want to go to the drinking water as a service, I need to go by 5, 6, 7 levels. Do we understand this? Why women, local people don't use it? Because it's not easy. It's not designed for that. So data collection, data using, two different things. We never think about this because they're all designed for a global, not for local. Can we do something about it? Think it over. I'll come back to yourself, moderators' questions. Data has three dimensions. We need to understand this first. One, area specific, village level, gram panchayat level, mandal level, taluk level, district level, state level. Everything for a geographical area, it's available. Then we see the variations. Who does what, how much allocations, all geographical wise. Number two, it is a second set, is a user specific. For example, milk users, vegetable producers, finance, credit companies, SHGs, classic example. Then FPOs, similarly many other MSMEs industries. Third, the social community groups, various social communities. Now, one above other, it's very difficult to match. If I want to know in my district what is available, area specific, user specific, then community specific, it's not available. I need to go through 6, 7 levels of layers of information. Go back to the statistics office, go back to the other ones. Why can't we impose this, layers of information, visually specific? I think that's one possibility. I'll come back to the second question. Let us take 28 districts of Andhra Pradesh. If I arrange them district GDP size, which one comes last? We don't know unless we see the statistics. It's not, unfortunately, same. Take same example of all the MLAs. If I arrange all the MLAs, what is a per MLA constituency per capita income? Not available. Same true with the MPs. My dream is put all the 763 districts. If all them can come, then we know where is this bottom districts. And where are the bottom 545 MPs? Where are they? Well, every MPs, every MLAs in this country, same set of facilities, but why are they there? How do we enable them? Is it a state responsibility? Is it the country's responsibility? Is the data not available? We don't have a scene. Please visualize. We don't have this scenario where we can see all the MPs are mapped and who are the bottom line MPs. And where all the MLAs mapped, where is the bottom MLAs? Why are they there? It may be good to see, for example, Bangalore has 28 MLAs. Is all MLAs are Same per capita income in their constituency, we don't know. Same as Delhi, same as Hyderabad. So how do we enable to ask the right questions? If an MLA comes or MP comes to the CM or a PM, how do we then know what they have done? We don't have that information. Is it hidden or we are not built? Some of these things, that would be really useful. Thank you, time.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Nageshwaran, if I may just invite you to share your views, please. Since you're the Chief Economic Advisor, I request you to bring a wrap around the various points that were made. Thank you so much.
Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, fellow panelists, officials of the Andhra government, ladies and gentlemen. The session's theme is about data, statistics, and India's growth agenda. And if there is one chief minister over the last 3 decades at multiple points in time has left his imprint on the vision and execution for not only India to become a developed nation, but for his state to become the frontline state in that journey, it is our Honorable Chief Minister, Chandrababu Naidu, sir. Therefore, it is an extraordinary privilege and opportunity, sir, to be able to share my thoughts with you on this occasion. Sir, we are a data-rich society, but we still remain information poor. And therefore, this economic intelligence 2-day workshop comes at a very opportune moment because the Ministry of Statistics has done a lot of reforms over the last 2 years under Dr. Garg. And therefore, it is an opportune time to implement them in states as well. So this is a good time to dovetail what is happening at the national level. And therefore, this 2-day workshop is an important milestone in the journey. Some important pointers we need to keep in mind as we do this exercise at the state level also. First thing is to realize that one template will not fit all states. Depending on the state's endowment in agriculture or industry or services or at the district level, the kind of data that we collect and the kind of information systems we put in place will have to match with the district's endowments and the strengths rather than having one template that suits all states and all districts. And secondly, states have to focus, and this is true for national level data also, we have to prioritize timeliness over precision in terms of data availability. Because a precise number delivered too late will not be useful for public policy. We should look beyond the data, we should look beyond GDP to the economic activity that the data throws up. And post-lunch, the conversation between the Secretary Industries of the Andhra government and the former Chief Statistician of India is something that all states must actually get the recording and listen to. Because what Mr. TCA Anant shared in that speech provides an important template, not only for Andhra's goals and aspirations, but for every other state to marry granular data, external data with the GST data which states own. So therefore, it is up to the states to demand that the GST Council make available the data that will enable them to plan at the district level the kind of economic vision that the Honorable Chief Minister has for the state. And then, data should be released in a form and manner that all people can use them. They should be machine readable and they should be interoperable. One citizen, one definition is important. This morning we had a waiting for Darshan at Tirumala. The Secretary of Statistics, Dr. Garg, said the definition of a Pakka housing has at least 4 to 5 definitions within the union government, different ministries itself. So that needs to change. So when we come to statistics, it should be one country, one citizen, one definition. I will conclude with 4 important caveats, not only for this state, but for the other states and the union government to keep in mind, because this is one thing that the state has done so well, Andhra Pradesh, and we saw evidence of it in the last half a day so far, decomposing the headline ambition into granular targets. And we saw plenty of evidence of it. So it is not just one headline number, it is broken down all the way down to the tehsil or to districts, to different sectors, and so on and so forth. But therefore, the next step is we need to focus on measuring outcomes and not just output. Just to give one example, a kilometer of road laid is an output. The reduction in logistics cost and the farm gate to port time is the outcome. Therefore, department should be measured on the outcome and not on the output. And then, closing the loop, data should trigger action and it should reach a desk which has the authority to act. And then aligning incentives. The data and outcome metrics should be linked to department performance. And the last thing is, whenever we create targets, they create incentives to manage the target itself and not the outcome. So therefore, we have to be able to create metrics that are hard to gain. In closing, I would say, we do not lack the ambition, we do not lack the data, but we have often lacked the disciplined plumbing that turns a number into a decision. And this workshop is going to go a long way in making sure that the plumbing of Andhra Pradesh's vision is so strongly and securely laid that I expect, in keeping with its letter A, which places it at the front of the list of 28 states, will also make Andhra Pradesh the frontline state in India's aspirational journey. Thank you very much.
Conscious of the time, because we're all waiting to hear from the Honorable Chief Minister, just giving 5 minutes for any questions that we may have from the audiences. While the mic is being distributed, may I just request the panelists to, just one last one, just to conclude. If we were to just have one recommendation coming out of these discussions, right, and goes to the first line of this briefing paper, which is data as a national infrastructure asset. Because once we kind of define it, a lot of things that we spoke about here would get covered. Anybody wants to make an attempt as to what it could mean to us? Dr. Garg?
So, I mean, if there was only one recommendation or one thing which I would want each department in the government of Andhra Pradesh to just inventorize or even just make a list of what data they have. I think that itself will throw up so much more insights and the ability to generate more actionable interpretations by just ensuring that the data that they have a clear action plan to make it accessible for others to use it.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Can I add one?
Yes, please.
Okay. To keep AP on the front line in the country, build database from Gram Panchayat level to the state level. Yes, and answerable and public domain transparency.
Yeah. Dr. Dev?
One thing, I mean, in the morning I mentioned, I liked compared to other states, first I should compliment the Honorable Chief Minister for, and the officials for organizing this important program. Constitution-wise vision action plan is very important thing, which I think I have not seen any other state doing it. I think we should popularize this in other states also, because there you are involving not only the government officials, but also political people, MPs, MLAs, and I would also urge to involve private sector, industry and others, because private employment and GDP, they contribute also more. And of course, ordinary citizens. So this, I think I like, this is the one thing I like.
Sure.
Thank you.
My way of looking at it would be in alignment to the P4 vision. The citizen is where the data originates first, and it ends with the citizen because actions end with the citizen. So the state should only be a custodian of data and not the owner of the data. The citizen should be the owner of the data in the spirit of P4. And Andhra can be the first state to generate some model which the rest of the country can imitate.
Thank you.
Two things. Andhra Pradesh has the coastline to basically create AI insulated service sector and allied agricultural activities. So when it comes to AI insulated economy, Andhra Pradesh can take the lead. And for that, Andhra Pradesh should mine, milk, extract information from the GST data. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my panelists. I hand it back to you, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sri Suresh Goyal, sir, and our esteemed panelists for a rich, engaging and thought-provoking discussion on the role of data, statistics and governance in India's growth journey. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. May I now invite Sri Piyush Kumar, sir, IAS, Principal Secretary, Finance and Planning, Government of Andhra Pradesh, to present a brief summary of the key deliberations and takeaways from the today's discussion.
Honorable Chief Minister, Sir, eminent panelists of the session, distinguished guests and academicians, my fellow officers, senior officers and fellow officers from Government of Andhra Pradesh, all the distinguished guests. It is indeed a very, a great privilege and a pleasure for me to invite the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Chandrababu Naidu Garu, for this session of interaction with all the experts. Sir, this 2 days conference is a outcome of your visionary outlook, sir. Under your visionary leadership, last 2 years, Planning Department, we have taken leaps and bounds in terms of the Swarna Andhra journey that we have started in not only the vision planning exercise, the action implementation exercise, but also in terms of the capacity building and in terms of the discussion around. It's a unique experiment which has never been done in any state the way we have gone about in last 2 years, sir. The fact that the galaxy of experts that have gathered today bears testimony to your vision and your engagement in the economic field and economic sector, the way it has come up. Almost everybody responded to our call, and we have had yesterday evening onwards a great gathering that has been coming to this the auspicious temple city with darshan and with this conference. So once again, I thank all of you, all the experts and panels who have come here, all the Government of India, Government of Andhra Pradesh secretaries and the HODs who are here, sir. So guided by your visionary outlook, we had started this journey in 24th June when we had undertaken this vision action plan. So Swarna Andhra Vision at 2047 was something along with Padi Sutralu, which was shared by us under the visionary, your leadership, sir. So it is best, I think the audience will also will like to listen from you about that, how we had partnered with Niti Aayog, we had taken up that journey, sir. Further to that, December 24, when we had prepared the vision plan, the next question was how do we implement it? And that is where the unique experiment about district vision units and the constituency vision units, which the honorable panel members also talked about, and Mahendra sir also mentioned, a unique experiment that we did. Each constituency wise, not only we have engaged the officials there, but academicians also and the public representatives at that level. Along with that, we also worked upon the KPIs, the key performing indicators. These are comprehensive universe of data set that is being generated, almost 650 KPIs that we are capturing, automated system from the bottom up at the mandal level, at the district level, aggregated again in the constituency level. So it gives a roadmap of what is the constituency and district performance. So the collector's review, and that is happening through that intervention. We started sometime in last year, May, we had completed this. This includes about 200 economic parameters, around 150 SDGs, the social parameters, as well as the governance parameters. Now, having come to that, sir, in this journey, sir, we partnered with our knowledge partners, the KPMG and National Council of Applied Economic Research NACER team had come in and we had taken up. We have now gone around the field and looked at how this is coming up, but we felt that there is a need for capacity. Again, Honorable CM sir nudged us and encouraged us to look at the capacity, because much of these concepts at the field level, village is the level at which it happens, and the field level officials have to be fully understanding the concept. So given that requirement, we partnered with Pehle India Foundation, who has done some work in UP also, and also Gujarat and other models. We looked at UP model also. Along with Secretary Mosby, we also discussed about, the unincorporated sector survey that has to be taken up. Similarly, we also discussed with the experts from NACER side, how the data, real-time data that is being captured, how we can be using that for our nowcasting and a real-time review of the thing. So we have a AI task force with our internal, nearly about 20 departments which are taking up. So weather data generated in terms of electricity consumption in commercial production. Similarly, data sets on GST is a valuable data set about, what are the different parameters, because a lot of things are captured there. But the problem is that we have to have a theoretical framework. The AI or the intelligence system can be as intelligent as we want to make it. The underlying themes have to be correct. Whether it is a consumption data, whether it is a production data, that we need to put it in contextually. And therefore, this 2 days workshop became important, sir. As part of this engagement, sir, this is not only 2 days workshop is one component of this capacity building. We are also taking up a 90-day program where almost 30 experts we have engaged along with Pehle India team, which are going to districts. So they are in 5 zones, 5 districts that they have already covered. Each district, member of 5 experts. These are research associates and PhDs. They are going there, spending 1 week time to understand the district profile, the constituency profile. As part of that engagement, we have also requested them to, while we are capturing these hundreds of voluminous data, let us zero in. In fact, today morning session also, it was discussed that 4 or 5 indicators which will vary across the district. But what are those 4 or 5 indicators which contribute to 80% of, let's say, gross value addition? Similarly, we discussed with Mosby, already district level, district domestic products. Mosby has now given a framework where so far GDP was being devolved into GSDP. We are already doing as a district domestic product, and in fact, under the visionary guidance of our Chief Minister, we have gone to mandal level domestic product and constituency domestic product. So we really like experts or Mosby and NACER to look at it. How do these combine into the mandal level, that aggregation of that domestic product in GVA, how we do. So these are the points that are being discussed today and tomorrow. Tomorrow again we have 17 subsectors in our state from the three primary industrial and service sectors. So those sessions will also be happening, sir. Today morning the sessions engaged interaction on various themes, big data analytics, how it is to be taken up. Similarly, the UP experiment. We also had our collector Bapatla, who is in the GSDP, the Bapatla district, though it is middle ranking, but it has jumped 8 points from 13th rank to 8th rank. So what are these strategies? So the collector could really present how the, based on the collector's reviews, the per capita GDP, where is the ranking and what are the factors contributing to GVA and where, what should be the development strategy. He could elucidate that. The speakers were also very happy with the, mesmerized with the kind of presentation, sir. So we hope as part of these 2 days exercise that we develop our theoretical framework and we prepare our field level officers into understanding this. So as part of this exercise, almost 2,000 master trainers and 6,000 mandal level officials will be training and will be monitoring. Also the content of online training will be developing based on the real-time fields, which will be available for a 6 months or 8 months review. So capacity building is integral part of that, sir. With your permission, sir, I will just 5 minutes what is the district training that is happening will show, sir, and then we will request Honorable CM to give his views. Thank you, sir.
On the lines of Viksit Bharat and under the visionary leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu, Andhra Pradesh has embarked on a transformative journey, Swarna Andhra at 2047. Launched in December 2024, this vision aspires to build a 308 lakh crore economy with a per capita income of 55 lakh rupees, positioning Andhra Pradesh among the world's leading economies. This vision goes beyond the macro level. It is driven to the grassroots, where every district, constituency and mandal has a defined pathway for growth. Localized vision plans translate state goals into actionable outcomes, guided by the Padisutralu, ensuring inclusive, sustainable and future-ready development across every region. Swarnandhra conceptualizes action planning and implementation at all levels, state, district, constituency and mandal. To drive implementation, dedicated institutional mechanisms, district vision action plan units and constituency vision action plan units have been established. A robust KPI-based monitoring system tracks performance across departments, districts, constituencies and mandals, measuring progress in economic growth, SDGs and governance outcomes. To further strengthen this framework, a dedicated GSDP AI task force is building advanced economic intelligence systems, enabling real-time understanding of the economy and empowering faster, data-driven decision-making.
KPIs future లో గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఒకటే చేస్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ లో మనం చేస్తున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఓన్లీ స్టేట్ ఇన్ ది కంట్రీ. ఇప్పుడు రాబోయే రోజుల్లో ప్రాసెస్ అంతా మంత్లీ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయాలని, దానికోసం ఇప్పుడు కీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇండికేటర్స్ కూడా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకున్నాం. ఎవరేం చేశారో ఇట్ విల్ బి ఆన్ రికార్డ్. అనలిటిక్స్ తీసుకోవడం విత్ ఇన్ నో టైం. ఏ అధికారి ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పని చేశాడో ఒక్కసారి తీసుకుంటే ఒక క్లిక్ కొట్టి ఆటోమేటిక్ వచ్చే పరిస్థితి వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ది సిస్టమ్స్ వి ఆర్ బిల్డింగ్ నౌ.
Together, these initiatives are creating a governance model that is data-driven, accountable and outcome-focused. But transforming vision into measurable outcomes requires more than systems. It requires empowered people. Recognizing this, Andhra Pradesh has launched a comprehensive statewide capacity building program, a first of its kind initiative designed to equip officials with the knowledge, tools and analytical capabilities required for economic governance. This program is not just about training. It is about enabling every official to understand the economy, interpret data and take informed decisions that directly contribute to growth. It spans the entire governance ecosystem. 980 district-level officials, 6,125 constituency-level officials, 2,750 master trainers. From Srikakulam to Sri Satya Sai, this initiative, including structured workshops like this, is building a new generation of data-driven administrators. Officials are being equipped to understand GSDP, sectoral performance, high-frequency indicators, and real-time economic signals, shifting governance from routine administration to outcome-driven leadership. This marks a fundamental transformation. From assumptions to evidence, from intuition to intelligence, from activities to measurable impact. Every official becomes a growth catalyst. Every district becomes an engine of development. Every intervention becomes measurable. Across Andhra Pradesh, this movement is transforming how decisions are made and how growth is delivered.
The training programs have been organized by the planning department in the district of Kakinada. As part of the training program, the training was imparted to the master trainers, the constituency level officials, the district level officials, and also to all the key stakeholders across different sectors. And I like to thank the planning department for planning this training and then imparting this training at all levels. Thank you.
Through this initiative, Andhra Pradesh is building an administration that is future ready, powered by economic intelligence, and driven by accountability at every level. From data to decisions, from decisions to development, from development to prosperity. Swarna Andhra at 2047, happy in its people, healthy in its progress, wealthy in its future.
It is now my proud privilege to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, to deliver the leadership address on Swarna Andhra 2047 vision and call to action for measuring and translating growth to Swarna Andhra outcomes. Swarnandhra శిల్పి ఒక రాయి మంచి శిల్పి చేతిలో పడితే దేవతా రూపం తీసుకొని పూజలు అందుకున్నట్టు మన స్వర్ణాంధ్రని తీర్చిదిద్దే విజనరీ లీడర్ శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడబోతున్నారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
First of all, I wanted to extend warm welcome for extraordinary gathering here today. Especially so many experts, starting with I welcome Professor K.V. Raju, Member Niti Ayog, and Dr. Balasubramanyam, Member Niti Ayog. I also extend my welcome to Ananta Nageswaran, Chief Economic Advisor, Government of India, and also Dr. Subhash Garg, Secretary, Minister of Statistics and Program Implementation, and also especially very important Mahendra Dev Professor, Chairman Economic Advisory to the Prime Minister. This is the gathering, if you see all of them, total eminent personalities to frame the policy, to guide the governments. You are all here. And also Rajiv from Pahle India is also here. This is where it is very nearer to me, to my heart also. Not now, for the last 3 decades. First time I became CM in 1995. I have seen the systems, how they are functioning. We started economic reforms in 1991. China started economic reforms in 1978, only 13 years ahead of us. Then I prepared first vision in this country by engaging McKinsey, world best consultant at that time. Everybody asked him, what you are doing? Some people criticized me. I prepared Vision 2020. 2020, there is a meaning also perfect vision. Then everybody told me, it is not 2020, it is only Vision 420. I faced that criticism also. But at one stage, at that time he was only a scientist. After retirement, Abdul Kalam came to me, he asked me how we prepared. I want to prepare vision document for the nation. Then I called him, we had a lunch meeting, we explained all the details. Up to that time, if you see, technology is not matured. I started IT. Nobody imagined why I am talking about IT. Then I started IT, first time, internet revolution has come, world has become a global village. Before that, what America is doing, we don't know. After 3 days, 4 days, we used to know in papers, late news. That is where I networked with Bill Gates. I asked his appointment. Then he told me, I don't have any work with politicians. First of all, that is the impression about politician. Politician does not know anything. Why should we waste our time? We are business people. Then I told him, I am having something to share with you. Give me 10 minutes. With great difficulty, he told me, you come, join in cocktail party. Today, at least, if you join cocktail party, we are having some credibility. Nobody will believe. At that time, if you join immediately, we will be branded as party in that angle. So I told him, then with great difficulty, he gave me 15 minutes. Always, we are also very strong persons among us. At that time, one of my secretary, very strong secretary, what all I say, he will put it on presentations, everything. Then we prepared one of the best presentation. Then I gave around 14 to 15 slides, not more than that. Always, I believe, 12 to 15, maximum around 15. I gave my vision. After seeing my vision, he told me, I entirely agree with you. What can I do for you? I don't have any work with you. If at all you are willing, you cannot ignore India. India is very strong in two aspects. One is we are strong in mathematics. Zero innovated by Indian. Second one, British, they took even my Kohinoor diamond, but they left English to us. These are all deadly combinations for IT. He entirely agreed with me. You are 100% right. We will work together. Then I asked him, if you are having any flexibility, you start your Microsoft Development Center in Hyderabad. He told me, we are in only Seattle. I don't have any plans as on now. Let us work. I didn't leave at that stage. Then I went to Seattle. I met him in Davos. Finally, he came to Hyderabad. He started his development center. In development centers, Nadella Satya, employee of that development center, has become president of that company. That is the initiative our Indians are having. Earlier, I am only the person to go to Davos. Continuously, I used to visit all these things. This is only history. Technology, here also, all of us has to understand. In the beginning, our Indian politicians or bureaucracy didn't understand technology, underestimated. We had at that time VSNL, BSNL monopoly, public sector. Great statesman, Vajpayee ji. I forced him. I had a good political clout also at that time, 35 MPs. That also helped me. He also made it very clear. Then we paid liberally for all shareholders dividend. Then we have gone for reforms. Even my opposition at the time, they used to attack me with only one thing. We are all asking pump set. You are talking cell phone. How can you justify? Then I used to tell them, we need cell phone, we need pump set, I am working for both. Today you are watching AI, data centers, quantum. We are in different league. That first mover advantage for India today I can say very proudly, we missed agriculture revolution. We missed industrial revolution. We are able to encash service sector revolution because of information technology and supporting other economic activities. Now, all of us are here. I had a bitter experience about GSDP. Around 2014, my officers are unable to understand what is GSDP, even including my planning secretary at that time. Then I used to sit with experts and those who are calculating in Delhi. Only Delhi planning used to do. Even state governments may adopt or may not adopt. Sometimes we are not in a position to discuss. First time I started discussing GSDP, preparing all sectors, quarterly collectors conference and head of the departments I used to discuss. With that discussion, if you see, we are able to grow 13.5% GSDP CAGR. And also, at that time, ease of doing business, total computerization, then going on reviewing dashboard. For 5 years, first year we are number 2 after Gujarat. After that, always we are number 1 in ease of doing business. Of course, today we have changed the gear. I am talking about speed of doing business. Always innovation has to come. Otherwise, we will be stalemate. In this, I am very happy I have heard about your views. Data. Future is only data-driven governance or data-driven decision-making. Data is wealth, according to me. You are having proper data. You will arrive a real solution for execution, for monitoring, for corrective measures. Always I used to say, there is no proper data. If you feed computer garbage, garbage will come. If you feed proper data, nothing like that on health or education or anything for that matter, agriculture, everything, it is a big game changer. Now for the last 2 years, my planning department is doing exercise. We are going slowly, earlier yearly, then we made it an exercise quarterly. Now every quarter we are having a collectors conference. Now I want to go monthly. That is where our vision document, if you see, 10 principles. Now by hearing with you and also Rajiv Kumar, Pile India, he told me 11 is very auspicious figure. And also why can't you include private investment in this? I will be very happy. Even I heard some of your discussion. Immediately we will make it 11 principles from now onwards. We will start our homework. Always investment is very important. Now models have come. One is PPP, viability gap funding, and so many models. So with all these things, I wanted to request all of you, we are in an inspiring time. I am using this word very clearly. Technology is matured. And also knowledge is available. And also if you see here in our government, Aadhaar is a game changer for India. No other country is having Aadhaar. So Aadhaar, nobody can duplicate. Now any passports, immigration, everything, even our welfare, without any fraud, we can distribute all these things. There is a debate among all of us. Different countries have adopted differently. Main reason is confidentiality of personal data. We are not in a position to differentiate confidentiality of personal data, even today, according to me. Now, GST, it is online for every citizen. We can identify. Income tax, it is online. Even my property tax, it is online. Only issue is synchronization of data is not available, that's all. Now I am talking about health. One best project, Sanjeevani project. This Sanjeevani project, every individual health record, I can put it on digital. Keep confidentiality. Whenever you are interested to know the final conclusions, some more things, mask data, names, all these things, go for analytics. In Andhra Pradesh, around 75 lakhs, around 8 million are critical patients. Different problems. Having all these things once in 3 months, I wanted to go for total clinical tests. I will know the position of each person health. Then on the basis of that, I can go further, preventive, real-time monitoring and curative at cost-effective solutions. I wanted to integrate yoga, meditation, pranayama. Sometimes if you see, always mind is the biggest problem for anybody. Not now, from the beginning I am quoting secret book. What is secret book? You wanted to achieve a vision, it will register people like you. I will approach, or otherwise you will search for stakeholders. We are all common in mind. We will gather together some point. Some people wanted to commit crime. They will search for criminals. They will gather together to get it done. Some people wanted to have a evening party. Those who are all there, they will join there. This is life I have seen very clearly. There is nothing secret in it. Now PM, Honorable PM, is wanted to do always something, innovation. So many innovations are coming. So what I want to tell all of you, you are all different walks of life, very eminent persons. Here we established data lake. In data lake, all historical data we have kept in warehousing, data center. Present data will come to data warehousing. Data lake it will come. In data lake, I am using AI. So that I want to go for different modules for application. Simultaneously, we got an idea aware. Outside data, I wanted to collect real time through satellite, through drones, IoTs, sensors, CCTV cameras, and also, if necessary, wearables for health devices. Then all data will come, wind quality or air quality, wind direction, even sometimes surface water, water bodies, what is the water available, groundwater, even prediction of monsoon. So many things what all knowledge is available, we are putting there, around 40 parameters. Real-time data is flowing, all my files, everything, funds, everything we are earmarking. By integrating all these things, I want to communicate to the last mile for action. That is another thing I'm doing. That is Manamitra, WhatsApp governance. Around 1100 services we are providing real-time, online. Even somebody will say by phone, you will ask voice. I will convert voice into text, attend to it, and send back to him. All problems, this is where PGRS, public grievances, how to address, which department is having more problems, what is the root cause, correct from the grassroots, everything we are doing. So here, all welfare programs, we are getting information, we are monitoring very clearly, every family, how much welfare we are giving, we can monitor now. Government of India, what they are giving, what I am giving, how many family members, everything. Finally, I have gone for P4 also. As on today, P3, public-private partnership. All our wealth has been created through public-private partnership. Either road, or power project, or airport, or railway station, or so many things. You name anything, college, everything. Now after 20 years, 25 years, they enjoy they run the property. Then they are handing back to the government after servicing everything. They will earn some money also. Now in the process, what is happening, either private sector, more and more people are becoming billionaires. Relatively, poor and rich is dividing sharply. That is not good for the society. There will be heart burning. What type of society you wanted to create? Some people are not. Yesterday, I went to one home. Two sisters. SC. When I went to that family, his sister, Tulasamma by name, she was physically handicapped and dumb. She cannot talk, she cannot converse, everything. Then another woman, Pushpamma, she is looking after her. Her husband died 15-20 years back. She had 3 children. 3 children, being a labor, she has to look after. And she has to look after that sister who is totally unfunctional. She cannot converse with outsiders also. Then we used to give earlier, slowly, one by one, 3,000 rupees pension. I have increased that pension to 4,000 for widow pension she is getting. Another sister, earlier they used to give only 3,000, I made it 15,000. She is bedridden, some attendant is required for her, all these things. With that money, she was able to do better. Meanwhile, I created an organization, DACRA. That organization is helping all DACRA women for self-help or self-financing. They financed to her, she purchased 2 buffaloes. She is selling that milk. With that milk, she had a tea stall. And then she is earning some money. She graduated her son. That fellow got some job. He is earning 16,000 rupees. She sent her daughter to school. First she sent her, because no money, orphanage. There she educated. Then finally one buffalo she sold 40,000 rupees. By spending that money, she educated her daughter as a nurse. She got employment, now nurse employment. You see the human story. All of you, as told very clearly, by seeing everything is very simple. There is a family, there are families, there are a number. We are all calculating 1 crore 60 lakh families, 5 crore population. Inside, if you go beyond figures, you will know what is truth, where to attempt, where to bring public policies. This is where I am thinking differently. Now, another thing, P4 is meant for this. Now I started, it is only a beginning. It's an humble way. As on today, around 12 lakh families were adopted by 1 lakh Margadarshis. I made this name also. MBK 1020. MBK means Margadarshi Bangaru Kutumbam. 10 top layer, 20 bottom. Top layer is Margadarshi, bottom layer is Bangaru Kutumbam, golden family. You adopt, not one day, not charity. It is your social responsibility. We are all here in a hotel discussing all these things. Where we have studied? Who spent for all of us? It is only taxpayers' money. I studied in government school. Whose money? Taxpayers' money. Most of us, but we got an opportunity. Only few people got an opportunity. Only 1%, 2%, 5% like that. Remaining people are having same problem. Those who born with me, they are in the village itself, they are having ordinary living standards or below living standards. So this is where I am saying always, I used to say one more thing. Up to 1991, all experts are here. I am also an economic student. I didn't do big research, that's a different issue. I am also an economic student, MA post-graduation. That too, humble university from Venkateswara University. Not a Oxford or big universities. But I studied from the beginning society. What I wanted to tell you here, is it not our responsibility to build a society and sustainable living standards for everybody? We got an opportunity, we are thinking, we are happy. Is it not our social responsibility to handhold? Here I wanted to make it very clear, all of you. Wealth is not coming automatically. You have to plan, you have to create wealth. Before 1991, India is blamed everywhere. I used to go to some other countries at that time. We are all blamed Hindu growth rate. What is Hindu growth rate? Only 1.5%, 2%. I had a bitter experiences with all top heads of the nations. They used to argue with me, India, you cannot come up. You won't develop. You don't do that culture. As an insult, I used to argue with them, you are thinking India is not going to come. One day, I am telling you, so much of argument I have done directly after 95. Singapore PM and me are traveling in Hyderabad. I have shown everything. Always I want to convince people. That is my habit. with optimism. Then going on talking, he told me, Mr. Naidu, you are so confident. You are too optimistic. Then I told him, I am not too optimistic. I am realist. You are thinking India cannot grow. I am assuring you, I am telling you, another 10 years, we are be different. We will grow. You are going to watch me. This is my bet. Then he told me, no, we should not fight. Agree in disagreement. We'll move forward. Okay. After 10 years, I went to Singapore. He was ex-PM. I met him. Then he told me, on that day, I remember today also, we had a bitter exchanges. I realized India is moving very fast. He told me on that day also, I am not against India. We wanted to see India should grow. In this region, India, if both India, all countries will grow, then small countries like us will have better safety and security. That was his argument. So what I wanted to impress upon you, we have to create a society. Everybody should have better living standards in this country. That is where MBK I am asking. Continuous process of hand-holding, top people and bottom. Someday, Bangaru Kutumbam will become Margadarsi. Margadarsi will become Bangaru Kutumbam. Various seasons. We are all talking. I have seen Jamindars. In childhood, I have seen big brands. Today, that brands are not there. All big brands vanish. New brands have come. Only some brands are still relevant. So with all these things, I want to ask all experts here. All other things, I need not explain what is agriculture, what is industry, what is service sector, how it is going to transform. It is a matter of time. We have set in 11 principles now, one more I have added. Then we have set in target 2047, that is 309 lakh crores. And also 3 crore, GSDP 3 crores 9 lakhs. 55 lakhs per capita income. And also other parameters, you know, all economic parameters we have given very clearly. Now data is available. We are able to KPI, we are able to decide. SOP, we are able to establish. You are stopping somewhere, Mandal. With great difficulty, some of your panel has suggested Panchayat. I wanted to go every family. Family in the individual again. I am saying individual security, family empowerment. Why I am saying individual security? Because of my old age pension, family members are treating elders very well because of that money. I am giving 4,000 rupees. It is costing 2,000 rupees for them food. Remaining 2,000 rupees, it is helping their family for other expenditure. That is where we brought. Otherwise, if you give that money to family head or somebody, they may not give food for them. They may not treat them properly. This is where every family member, individual should be treated very well. With that money, again, empowerment. Nowadays, another problem, social problems we are facing. In olden days, big families, joint families, even children are looked after by elders. Now micro families. Slowly micro families are averse for more children. Now they are both wife and husband are employed, double income, no kids, let us enjoy. That is another problem so many countries are facing aging problem. If we cannot address population management, one day India is going to face same problem. Already South India we are facing. Even my population as on today 1.6 fertility rate. And also replacement level is 2.1. Now we started this exercise also. So this is where joint families I want to promote big way. And ultimately, how to balance all these things. As on today of post-mortem, you are all reviewing GDP only for the sake of review. We are not planning GDP. We are not investing on the basis of wealth creation. Now we have to, 10 years back, at least now it is better demand driven or need based we are going. Earlier recommendation based. I have seen that days also. First time I became MLA, we had 3 privileges. One privilege for MLA, to recommend gas connection. Second privilege for MLA, to recommend telephone connection, that to non-functional. It won't work. But we had a privilege, 3 phones. Only BSNL is the owner of that time, at that time. Then they used to give me 1 jeep. That too, military jeep. They will give me old jeep. It won't function. I have to, trolling, I have to bring it. That were the privileges at that time. So much of changes. Even small road, I had to go to minister, I had to do so much of work. Now slowly, demand-driven planning, and on the basis of that execution, we are putting. Some panelists I have heard, you are talking about MLAs, how to ask. One of you panelists made it very clear. Even PM or CM has to ask MLAs or MPs GSTP growth rate or GDP contribution of the constituency. Rajagaru, you ask, you are telling that. Leave alone, you have to ask your principal secretaries first. Then only others we can ask. This is not we are not tuned. That is where I am saying today, reorientation of leaders, either bureaucratic leaders or political leaders, who have to change their attitudes. We have to bring that knowledge among them. Then only what we are expecting, it will happen. Now all tools are available. There is some people are saying we have to fix accountability at district level. Not only district level, you can go to last mile. Agriculture, last mile, you can fix responsibility. Raitu Seva Kendram is having a territory. Then supervisory officers. There is a unit, there is a functionary. Both you can monitor continuously to top. Then you can fix accountability automatically. First of all, you have to give knowledge. If you won't deliver, train him. Then you have to fix accountability and streamline. That is the biggest exercise we have to do. In Andhra Pradesh, if you see here, everything, industry, we are getting reasonable investment. We are going service sector in a big way, especially tourism in the future, employment generation, there I am going in a big way. Even I have fixed 50,000 keys in Andhra Pradesh within 5 years' time. We had only classified rooms nearly 2,500 or 3,000 or 4,000. Now we are going quantum. multiplication of all these things. Even opportunities, we have gone through everything. Regional basis we are going. Now you have to tell me economic intelligence, various parameters. We are going for key performing KPIs. Which KPI is contributing? What is the contributing factor? We are having roughly real time. Ultimately, by using technology, AI, can you make it more and more precision? Big data analytics. Then I can have real-time decisions and corrective measures. Now we are going, for one example I'm giving you, it is a process is very difficult. I have started 1100 services, real-time, online, we are providing. With great difficulty, we are able to reach 50% online, 50% physical touch. Slowly, now 60%. Now, we have started 60% or 65% public satisfaction. I am doing technology auditing. Then I am asking IVRS, QR code, various ways I am obtaining information from stakeholder. Then recently I started in public meeting, one side my district officers, another side politician, opposite public. Then I am asking, this is my officer, this is the satisfaction level. What is your explanation, you tell me. Slowly they are picking up. Now my goal is this year 80% public satisfaction. Then I want to go to 90%. Any deficiencies, I want either physical deficiencies or service delivery deficiencies, will correct it. Ultimately, public satisfaction is very, very important. Then only they will listen to me, otherwise there will be dissatisfaction. This economic intelligence, what Palo India is doing, you are training. There also we have laid good infrastructure. District level collectors, all my collectors are online now. And also we have engaged one of the best leading academic institutions as a knowledge partner. They are working with them. Then go further, constituency level, one nodal officer. MLA will be the chairman of that committee. District, I am involving parliamentary member and also concerned minister. Now I want to go to Panchayat. If you go these 3-4 levels, plan Panchayat as a unit and also plan short-term, medium-term, long-term planning for a family as a unit. Taking family members as a resource apart from other assets. I have seen yesterday some survey from Government of India. Visakhapatnam, highest working population, 52%. That is a good sign. Can we increase 70%? This type of surveys you have to do now. Their per capita income is 6,65,000. Now data centers are coming. So many things are coming. Tomorrow it will be 15 lakhs. Quantum jump in knowledge economy. This is where I am asking all of you, GST or otherwise, our various touch points. Wherever there is a touch point, you can collect. Now, your Ministry of Statistics, I am having this a big doubt, even information age, continuous census. What is the meaning? I don't know. Land records are available, persons are available, Aadhaar is available, but even in Government of India, not two departments, not two data are interacting. Everybody standalone system, don't mistake me, everybody is a custodian of his data. PM is right. Once you are having data, you are thinking, this is mine, I don't want to share anybody. Then credit. Everybody is thinking, if I share with him, he will do better. Then credit goes to him, not me. This is the attitude. How to break it? This is the biggest challenge, attitudinal problems. I am telling you one more thing. This is the biggest exercise for me. You have to guide me, all of you intellectuals. I am a politician. Leadership, leadership, leadership. Leader has to deliver. Leader should be holistic. Trust is important for everybody. Credibility. If I talk something, people should listen to me. They don't trust me, they won't listen to me. Even all our leaders, how to make our leaders more and more efficient leaders. That is where countries like Singapore, it is a small country. We are all justifying. We are big country, Singapore is small country, no comparison. In the first instant, we are pushing them. No, they are ethical leadership. Morally, they are very strong. That's why they are able to survive. Same wavelength. PM to last mile, same wavelength. They will talk same wavelength. PM will say something, I will say no. That is my political situation. This has to be changed to certain extent, then only things will happen. Now like-minded people are joining together. At least all of us has to work in that direction. Then I don't have any doubt, India is capable of growing double-digit growth. You have locked so many things. How to unlock your procedures, your assets, your thinking? That is the biggest exercise all of us has to do. I am very happy. Niti Aayog, we are working very close, and some of advisors to Government of India also. You guide us. We will produce a proof of concept with humbleness. My aim is, I want to grow 15%. Some people are saying, no, 20% we can grow. But if I say 20%, my planning secretary will say, sir, I will go on leave. Day by day you are increasing target. We don't have any confidence. Even it is not possible. This is the biggest challenge I am facing, but this meeting is only the beginning. We are in the midway. You have seen our data. Now 2 days conference and also training program, we will reach reasonable level. Every 15 days we are having cabinet. Every monthly SIPC, SIPB. Every quarterly collectors conference. Once in 2 months head of the department's meeting and secretary's meeting. And also we are putting everything, discussing. Now data is available. Every Monday I am sitting with RTGS 2 hours for reviewing data. What data, what next, how to go about, all these things I am reviewing with them. So this is a very interesting time. So I am asking all of you, crisis will be there. Find a solution. And the data is available with satellite. Some more, if you bring some more scientists to analyze real time, I will be very happy to get it done and use it and move forward. As on today, the support from all of you is amazing, extraordinary. If necessary, you guide me. I will sit as a student with you all. I will learn things. Always I am saying I am a student to learn things. Learning and de-learning is a continuous process. Today you have given so much of information to me also. While taking decisions, I will keep all these factors in mind and move forward. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you. Very nice of you. Now, anybody want to ask any questions or guide me differently, you can do that also. Anybody is having any questions or you wanted to guide us, you say something, please. Kriya University. They are our one of our partners. Now 4 principals out of 10, 4 principals they have taken up as custodian and take to logical conclusion. That is the Kriya University. Please carry on.
So just like you made 10 into 11 principles, you have made our 3 into 4 today. So
okay, that's good.
Sir, very inspiring talk as always. So this morning I was with Honorable Minister for IT in Sri City, and you introduced the 11th point of private investment. He mentioned in this morning when we were talking, 25% of all investment in India is coming into Andhra. And I said, wow. He said, no, you are saying wow, but my Chief Minister is saying, where is the remaining 75%? Just wanted to share that, sir.
Thank you. You are right. If you satisfy, then status quo, then diminishing. Always fight. Innovation, innovation, innovation. Morning we had a meeting, G. Ramji, inauguration by Honorable Minister and Deputy CM. Now I have come here. That is different chapter how to convince people. This is different chapter how to learn new things. This is a continuous process. Anybody? Please. Mike.
Again, sir, very inspiring. And I have only one point regarding the infrastructure. Can we do something for the cities which are the engine of economic growth above the public transport as the infrastructure vehicle?
What do you mean by that?
For example, the transit-oriented development or any kind of, we have actually, most of the cities are actually affected by this automobile-driven. We do not have the robust public transport system to connect the this community to connect the movability or the connectivity to the growth.
No, that is where, as you rightly mentioned, this is what all these things are coming logistics. Out of 11 principles, 1 principle logistics. In village road, state highways, national highways, connecting to port, connecting to marketplace, connecting to airport or railway station, and also seamless integration of all logistics. One is road infrastructure. Second, I want to connect almost all railway logistics. For example, from Chennai to Calcutta. As on today, 2-lane. I want to go 4-lane, broad gauge, so that I can run super express, speed trains, cargo, everything connecting to port. Then third one, every 1 hour I want to have an airport. From here, anywhere, Tirupati airport, 1 hour. Or Kadapa airport, that area 1 hour. Another airports are coming like that. Within an hour, I want to go to airport, hub and spoke model. Then ports. Same thing I want to connect within reasonable area. Every 50 kilometers, 1 port. Ultimately, hub and spoke. Big ports, small ports, consolidation and connectivity. Either cargo or passengers. I want to go 100% green energy. Country is going to produce 500 gigawatts of energy. I am going to add 160 gigawatts of green energy from Andhra Pradesh. That is our motive. With all latest technologies, even everywhere charging stations, and ultimately petrol, diesel has to go, even sustainable fuel has to come. As you rightly mentioned, every connectivity, passengers, all my buses will be air-conditioned buses, public transport, tomorrow. It is not much difference, only 5% or 10%. It makes no difference in India, 46 degrees temperature. Even poor man will go comfortably anywhere and enjoy that comfort. That is where things are happening. Everything is possible provided all of us has to work together. Tell me,
Sir, first of all, I would like to compliment you are our inspirational leader. That I've seen many insights from you. Sir, we are putting so much of initiatives, but at the grassroots level, do you think each and every family members and individuals are able to understand your efforts? That has to be reached, because you are talking about satisfaction index where you stand 65%. I want to make it 100.
Now 73%, 72%.
Yes.
We are reaching now. I want to reach this year 80%. As you rightly mentioned,
yes, sir.
Even including you, I don't know what is your position.
No, I am from VIT Amravati, sir. Yeah.
VIT Amravati.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is busy. What government is doing, you are unable to understand and utilize, or how to do government, you are not in a position to contribute. You are an academic institution. Yes, that is where I am saying everybody is expecting what nation has given to me, what you have to give me. What I have to contribute for the nation, nobody is thinking. That is the biggest challenge for all of us. For common man empowerment, if you realize this, even you are also common man till yesterday. Now you got an opportunity to run an institution, that is VIT. Common man is not aware of all these things. He is ignorant. Yes. He is not following. Morning to evening he is busy. Even if you tell, he may not understand. But how to make him to realize? Yeah. Even 8% of population are not having connectivity. That means bandwidth. Some people are not having smartphone, not even phone. These are all the things, how to reach over a period of time, that is important. It is a continuous process according to me. I am talking, going on meetings, I am talking. Slowly it will percolate. It will trickle down. The day will come, there is a feel-good factor that you have to keep it in mind. Ambedkar has given only one thing. For every citizen, only one vote, women or men, weaker section or richest, or billionaire also is having only one vote. Even poorest man is having one vote. That common sense is working. Even common people are having a feel-good factor. Yes, this government is doing well. This government is not doing well. This functionary is not doing well. We are thinking we are intelligent, nobody knows, people are watching. At least that ecosystem players, they are all aware. That is what I want to say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I am Professor Sudarshan Rao, Vice Chancellor, JNTU Anantapur, sir. Sir, your idea to take the database from even Mandal, Panchayat level to the family level is extraordinary, sir. So in that process, you need a huge number of emulators or trainers, master trainers. So in this process, I would request you to consider the huge student base of the universities in mapping these data-related issues, sir. This is one request from my side.
No, all universities has to use their students for this type of exercise. Even project report.
Yes.
How they are going to mingle with society. We have to do that. Yours is a technology. Some universities, social sciences. Some universities are economic. How to bring it multidisciplinary students to do this type of jobs. This is where sometimes all our education is theoretical. More theoretical.
Yes, sir.
It is not practical. Again, employer, tomorrow somebody will employ. He has to retrain them, then only they will get it done things. That is the biggest challenge. We will work together. All universities, all colleges, everywhere I want to go in that direction.
Sir, already with data analytics, we are seeing the many MNCs, they are entering into our private life, our data. So is there any policy from AP government to protect the privacy of the
No,
individual?
100% all these things, privacy is important. Nobody can take our data. That is some problems are there. Our semiconductor, even long back I asked one question. I have given digital currency report. Honorable PM asked me, you give me a report on digital currency, you know very well technology. Then I called all RBI departments, service providers, and everybody. Then I asked them one question. Can you give me guarantee our data is not going outside the country? Nobody took that initiative. We are not sure. Answer is simple. Why? Chip is manufactured somewhere. We don't know how they are going to get that information. So this type of problems are there. That is where, as far as possible, even China has built their own systems over a period of time. We have to build our systems. Checks and balances, cyber security, use your knowledge, move in the direction, keep our data with our safe data centers, everything we have to do. Please. Mike.
Sir, good evening, sir. My name is V. Ramesh from AP SPDCL, sir.
AP?
AP SPDCL, sir.
Yeah.
యాక్చువల్గా విజన్ 2020 అన్నప్పుడు మీరు ఏదో అన్నారు, అట్లా కాకుండా మనం ప్రూవ్ చేసుకున్నాం సార్. ఇప్పుడు స్వర్ణ ఆంధ్ర 2047 కూడా మనకు ఖచ్చితంగా డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ అచీవ్ సార్. ఎందుకంటే ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను సార్, నా పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. 2.5 years బ్యాక్ మా పాప బీటెక్ ఎక్కడ జాయిన్ చేయించాలన్నప్పుడు అందరూ వెల్లూరు విట్టు SRM చెన్నై అన్నప్పుడు నేను ఒక్కడిని మాత్రము అమరావతిలో జాయిన్ చేయించాను సార్. ఎందుకు అక్కడ జాయిన్ చేస్తున్నా అడిగారు సార్. నాకు హోప్ ఉంది, అది డెవలప్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పాను సార్. ఇప్పుడు 2 ఏళ్ళలో తమరు SRMకి వెళ్ళి విజిట్ చేసి అక్కడ క్వాంటమ్ కంప్యూటింగ్ ఓపెన్ చేశారు సార్. అప్పుడు అందరూ నువ్వు తెలివినోడు అన్నారు సార్. నేను తెలివినోడు కాదు, అది హోప్ రా అని చెప్పాను. అది హోప్ రా, అది ప్రూవ్ అయింది అని చెప్పాను సార్. రెండోది వచ్చి ఇప్పుడు మా కొడుకుని స్కూల్కి పిలుచుకొని పోతా అంటే ఆ బ్యానర్లో వైజాగ్లో జీ ఎందుకు నన్ను పెద్దదని అడిగాడు సార్. పెద్దది ఎందుకంటే జీకి అబ్రివేషన్ మార్చేశారు ఆయన వచ్చి. జీ అంటే ఏంది అడిగారు సార్. గూగుల్ డేటా సెంటర్ పెట్టడం వల్ల ఏమి మనకు వస్తుందో కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను సార్. ఇది ఒకటే కాదు, వైజాగ్గా కాదు, చాలా పేర్లు మారుతాయి మన స్టేట్లో అని మా బాబు గారు చెప్పడం జరిగింది సార్. ఇదంతా మా హోప్ సార్. కాబట్టి ఖచ్చితంగా మేము స్వర్ణ ఆంధ్ర మీ ఆధ్వర్యంలో సాధిస్తాం సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you. Very nice of you. Everybody should have confidence and also reinforce our thoughts. Mike.
Sir,
Please.
Hello. Myself, Dr. Pradut Kumar Sanki from SRM University, Amravati. Everybody knows about your visionary leadership, and I feel is that one of the chief minister in our country who is thinking the technology beyond even 2047. But with that thoughts, as you have already taken initiative for data center, as you know, sir, without hardware we cannot go far beyond. So as a hardware initiative, we came to know that you already have initiated, but do you have anything in your mind to set up a fab lab, any of our growing university near in Amravati? If you could highlight some of the things on that.
Yeah, you are right. Always hardware and software both has to go together. Which is first, which is second is the question mark. Long back, deregulation of telecommunication sector has come. All these years, India has become a service provider, not a product developer. Recently, Honorable Prime Minister has asked BSNL, TCS, University of Madras, and also one startup company to go for 4G. Within no time, they are able to do it. Now 5G, 6G, 7G is a matter of time. If you are having money, you can roll out. When I started quantum mission, how to go about, no clue. Then I called IBM, TCS, and also L&T. Then immediately we clinched it, partnership, everything. December, quantum computer is coming. After that, I called quantum computer parts manufacturers individually. 3-4 meetings. They have made it 5-qubit model in Amravati. Now, within 2 years' time, we are going to manufacture quantum computers from Amravati. It is going to happen. Then we are going to supply for the global community. Same thing, data center. Data center has come. Now all supporting components we are going to manufacture. Now another thing, semiconductor. Semiconductor, we are going in the direction. 9 universities are working. But still there is a lot of work we have to do. Recently I went to Singapore. They have done reasonably well. I asked all ecosystem players to come to Andhra Pradesh and study how to associate. I asked them, they are coming now. Visakhapatnam or some other place, if you have ideas, either academic institutions and business and governments, wherever public policy we are prepared to do it, wherever there is a money needed, we will finance. Ultimately, we have to innovate. Even yesterday, I have gone to Sri City, Hero Motors. That is also a story I told them. Around 2014-15, they committed to other state. Then I asked him, you have to come here. No, sir, we have committed. One day, they had a marriage in their family. All the way, I went to their marriage. I embraced them. Now you are coming. Then they said, sir, how? No, this is the better place, you have to come. Then finally they decided to come to Sri City. 600 acres of land they have given. Yesterday, battery they are going. In battery, everything they are able to manufacture, only one critical component, it is coming from China. I asked them, or we are not in a position to do that. Sir, we don't have any clue, but some people are doing. We will also work it out, we will come back. So once your mind is working towards that, day will come. How China has done? Exactly 25 years back, I went to China. I toured total China, parts to parts, everywhere. At that time, they are not fluent in English. They asked me, why can't you send some lectures to us? That were the days. IT, we are better than them at that time. All of a sudden, IT, products, everything, they have gone very rapidly because their systems are their procedures. So that is where it has happened now. So with all these things, what I am saying, keep it in mind, universities, academic institutions and business people and governments, we have to work together and reach in the direction. I am very happy. Your enthusiasm, congratulations, all the best. Under the same time, some people are having travel plans also here. So we have to move in that direction. So finally, we will conclude. Anybody wanted to contribute in future, be in touch with us. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Your visionary leadership, unwavering commitment to transformational governance, and emphasis on measurable outcomes provide a clear direction for all stakeholders as Andhra Pradesh moves forward in its journey towards achieving the Swarna Andhra 2047 vision. May I now request the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, to kindly present mementos to our esteemed guest as a token of appreciation for their valuable contributions to today's deliberations. May I now request Professor S. Mahendra Devji, Chairman, Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, to receive the honor from the Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Professor K.V. Rajuji, Member, Niti Aayog, to come on to the dais to receive the honor from the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. May I now request Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Member, Niti Aayog, to receive the honor from the Honorable Chief Minister, sir. May I now request Dr. V. Ananta Nageshwaran, sir, Chief Economic Advisor, Government of India, to come on to the dais to receive the honor from the Honorable Chief Minister, sir. May I now request Dr. Shaurabh Garg, sir, IAS Secretary, Minister of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India, to come on to the dais to receive the honor from our Honorable Chief Minister, sir. May I now request Sri Suresh Goyal, sir, Director General, NCAER, to come on to the dais to receive the honor from our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. Now I request Dr. Rajiv Kumar ji, Chairman, Pahle India Foundation, to come on to the dais to receive the honor from the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. May I request all dignitaries on the dais to come on to the dais to kindly assemble for the official group photograph. I request all the dignitaries to come on to the dais Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. With this, we come to the conclusion of day 1 of the state level capacity building program on Swarna Andhra 2047, Economic Intelligence for Governance. On behalf of the Planning Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, I extend our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister, all esteemed dignitaries, speakers, experts, delegates and participants for making today's program meaningful and impactful. We look forward to welcoming all of you tomorrow for day 2, where the discussions will focus on agriculture, infrastructure, GST-based insights, artificial intelligence, GSDP nowcasting, and the roadmap for statistical governance in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you for your participation. Wish you a pleasant evening and a comfortable stay in Tirupati. Jai Hind.